All right, everybody. So there's been some questions about how do I do this, right? And I'm assuming that the people who are asking that are the ones using their phone. So I just wanted to make another video, a little how-to video on how to use your phone to interact with Google Classroom and Google Slides and to complete the assignments. All right. So this is gonna be posted on the announcements. All right. So what you would do, first of all, you need to download Zoom, you need to download Google Classroom, and you need to download Google Slides. Those are the three apps that you need for this class. Quick reminder that we're gonna have live Zoom classes on Tuesdays at 2:30 to 3:30, and you do have to attend those. I need to make sure that people are attending those, and there will be other teachers or administrators who will pop in just to check on and see who's participating in those Zoom sessions, and I have to record them and submit that to administration just so that everyone knows that. All right, so you will need to make sure you mark down your calendar 2:30 to 3:30 geometry Zoom live classroom. All right, so once you download the Zoom app, you could do that. All right, so I'll talk more about that in a minute. So if you want to do your assignments, right, you need to log into Google Classroom. You'll log into Google Classroom. Hold on, let me restart real quick. So let's say you log into Google Classroom, all right, and I'm using a sample student, so this is not a real student account that I'm using. And so you would click on my class, so Geometry with Mr. Liu, you would click on that class, and then you would go to classwork. Once you go to classwork, you click on radius and diameter, that's what's due today, or I guess due tomorrow. And then it says, please follow the directions on the Google slide. To complete your assignment, you will need to download the Google Slides app if you are using a phone. So once you get on here, you swipe up, you see the yellow slides there, click on that, and then it makes a separate file for you specifically. This is your Google Slides. You can change it, you can edit it, and it just makes a copy for you. Okay, so you're gonna click on this box with the arrow on it, and then it'll take you to the slides. All right, so we'll start you off here. Right, first of all, you need to change this to be your name, so you're gonna put your name here. So the name of my fake student account is Paulina Hernandez. All right, and that's how I do it. Remember, if you need a calculator for any reason, you can click on that calculator link. To get into my Zoom sessions, you just have to click on my Bitmoji there. All right. So then you have a warm up, right? It says, how has your day-to-day life changed since the pandemic closed down school? Click on where it says your answer here, and you can type in your answer, right? You can type in whatever you want. So the good and the bad. If you don't like the font, you can change the font by clicking on the A with lines to the side at the top. So on the top, you can click on that A, and you can change the font. So you can make it bigger. Oh wait, let me highlight this first. Zoom in here. All right, so then I click on the A. I can make that bigger. I can make that smaller. I can change the type of font I want to use. All right, you can change it however you want. You can change the color, all that good stuff, right? Just don't make it white, because then I can't see it. All right, whenever you're done editing that text, you can press the check mark, and then it'll be there, right? All right, once you're done with the warm-up, move over to the next slide. It says copy this down on your first page, so you do need a piece of paper and a pen to do this. So you'll copy these notes down. We're talking about a radius, which is the distance from the center of the circle to the edge of the circle. We're talking about diameters, which is the distance from one side of the circle through the center to the other side of the circle. Then the relationship we know about diameter is that the diameter is equal to twice the radius, and the radius is equal to half the diameter. All right, and the radius determines the size of the circle. For example, we would say a 5-inch radius circle. All right, so you need to copy all those notes down. You can pause the video, of course, if you want to do that, or you can do it at your own pace. Then you will copy this down on your first page. If you know the answers, you could go ahead and write them in. If you don't know the answers, then we're gonna go over it together. All right. So we copy this on your first page. Then we see here that this circle, let me zoom in here. This circle has a radius of 3 inches. We see the distance from the center to the edge of the circle is 3 inches. So the radius is 3 inches. And I'll write the answer in there for you. Of course, you're going to write this down on your piece of paper. The diameter is going to be 2 times the radius, so it's going to be 6 inches. All right, so you would need to copy that down. Now let's look at this circle. So we have the radius there, A to B. It says if the diameter of the circle above is 20 centimeters, how long is the distance A to B? Well, the diameter is 20 centimeters, and we know that the diameter is 2 times the radius. If A to B is a radius, then it should be half of the diameter, right? Because the diameter is basically just 2 radius put together. So half of the diameter would be half of 20, and half of 20 is 10. So that would be your answer here. The radius is 10 centimeters. All right, and you can copy that down too. Okay. Now move on to the next slide. Now, of course, this is where I'm going to include the video that is here, right? After you've copied everything down, then you would watch the video, right? And that's the video that should be included. Right. Then it's time for your independent work. Your independent work for this one is pretty easy. It says upload a picture of 3 circles around your house, measure the diameter and the radius. If you don't have a ruler, measure it in finger lengths. So to do this, all you need, press the plus button at the top, and then click on image, and then from camera. This will allow you to go and take a picture of anything in your house. So find a circle. All right, here's a circle, and I can measure it with my finger, right? If I don't have a ruler. So it's about half a finger. So the radius is half a finger. The diameter should be a whole finger. Yep, it's my whole finger. All right, that's just the estimate. Now, if you wanted to do more precisely, you need to use a ruler. Let me find my ruler real quick. Where's my ruler? Oh, there's my ruler. All right. So here's my ruler, and I can measure that. Looks like the radius of that circle is about 1.5 inches. The diameter would be 3 inches. 2 times 1.5. Okay. All right. So however you want to do that. So I'll take a picture of that, include that here. Here you can crop the picture. All right, and then you would need to add a text box to tell me how much the radius is. So I'm gonna press the plus button again, add text. Here I will say this is the radius equals 3 inches. Oh, sorry, not 3 inches, 1.5 inches. So 1.5 inches. Radius, or no, the diameter equals 3 inches. Right? And you need to do that 2 more times, right? You need to have 3 pictures of circles around your house and tell me what the radius and diameter are. All right. Once you've done that, then all you gotta do is turn it in. All right. So once you're done with this, exit out. Yep. and it should save all your stuff. So after you type everything and you exit out, it'll save all your work. So just exit out and go back, and then you click turn in because you already submitted everything. All right, and then you're done, and I can grade your work. All right, if you have any questions, please email me. Don't forget to log into our live Zoom session on Tuesday at 2:30. Tuesday at 2:30. All right, bye.